the real blame goes back to the Conservative government's 2006 directive that ordered the CRTC not to protect the public, but to protect the interests of the media oligarchies. And the result of this deregulation have been jacked up prices and lousy service. So will the minister insist that all the usage caps come off individual home internet accounts, and will the government rescind its directive to the CRTC so the Commission will once again stand up for the public and protect the consumer?
Good. Honourable Minister of Industry.
The honourable member fails to disclose, Mr. Speaker, is that part of our directives to the CRTC is to improve competition, improve choice for the consumer, make sure the consumer has those choices, and that was a directive that we put before the CRTC as well. So, Mr. Speaker, we will review the decision in that context. Now, the honourable member is part of a party that had a leader that mentioned the egg management fee in this chamber earlier. Well, Mr. Speaker, all I can say is when the NDP are in charge of the eggs, they nationalize the eggs, they throttle the chickens, and at the end of the day, we're all clucked.
Honourable member for Timmins, James Bay.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. What a turkey! The CRTC is considering gutting journalistic standards so the media giants are going to be allowed to say anything they want as long as nobody gets killed. Now, I've never met a journalist in this country who thought that misinformation, lying, or negligence has any place in any Canadian newsroom. So who would this benefit? Well, Conservative attack ads, certainly, and Fox News Media, definitely. Because thanks to the Conservative marching orders, the CRTC has been reduced to acting like a short-order cook for the media barons. So will the minister tell the CRTC to stand up for the public interest, or do they support the deliberate poisoning of Canada's media landscape?
Honourable Minister of Canadian Heritage, order.
I would just say very simply, Mr. Speaker, if my honourable colleague has a problem with the CRTC, he should address it to the CRTC. If journalists in question have a question with the CRTC, they should address it to the CRTC. This is a question for them, Mr. Speaker. He should know, he ought to know, that the CRTC does operate independently of the government, and there's a process for people to make any grievances to the CRTC. No, this is for them to decide, not the government.